Today we are going to be casting out 9's and why, or working on casting out 9's and why you can just cross out the number 9 when trying to solve, when trying to check your answer. Okay, I'll explain more of what that means when we get to an actual problem. So today we multiplied, I already did the math, 132 times 434, and the answer I got was 57,288. Well, now we're going to check if that's right. So when I check, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the top number, which is 132, okay? So I'm going to add up all those digits, and if when I add the sum of any of those digits is 9, I just cross out those numbers, okay? So for the first part, we do 1 plus 3 plus 2, okay? So 1 plus 3 is 4, so we know that doesn't give you 9. Plus 2 is 6, so that gives us 6. We didn't have to cross out any of those numbers, okay? So now we have to check the bottom number, okay? So we have 4 plus 3, which gives us 7, so not 9, so we're good there. Plus 4 gives us 11, okay? So we have 6 here and 11 here. Well, basically what we do here is we don't want 11, so we just add these two digits together, okay? So what it's really saying is we're doing 1 plus 1, which equals 2, okay? So then I am going, now that I have this answer, what I do is I multiply the 6 times 2, and that gives us 12. But again, we don't want any tens value in there. So all we do is we just add the 1 plus the 2, which equals 3, okay? So our answer up here is 3, okay? Now bear with me, because all we need is we just need the answer from these two numbers, which is 3, to be equivalent to this answer when we do the same process, okay? So we have 57,288. Well, I notice I have a 5 and 7, 2, 8, 9, okay? What I notice right away is 7 plus 2 is 9, so I cross out those numbers, right? Because we don't want 9 in there. So basically what I am doing is I am doing 5 plus 8 plus 8, okay? So 5 plus 8 is 13 plus 8 equals, I drew it a little too high, we're running into our other problem, sorry. 5 plus 8 plus 8 equals 21. Well, again, we already talked about we don't want any value, like any tens value in there or whatever. So what I'm really doing is I'm adding them together like I did up there, and I get 2 plus 1, and that equals 3. So my answer here is the same as my answer here. So we can assume that this answer is correct. Okay, but why does it work? Okay, well, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to take the number 157. Okay, so basically, what 157 is basically saying 1 times 100, right? Because that's the hundreds place. It's basically saying 5 times 10, because this is the tens place, so it represents really 50. So we would add that together, you know, like we do over here, like we did up here. 5 times 10, which equals 50, plus 7 times 1, because it's in the ones place, this really just gives us 7. Okay? But we're trying to figure out that we didn't want 1, we didn't want any of that, we didn't want any of like the power, the 10 places in there. So we are going to want to see why it works with, why we can just cast out a 9. So of course we want to have a multiple of 9. So what we could really do is we could really say 100, like we work in the hundreds place first, 100 times 1 plus 99, right? And so here it's really 50, tens place, 5 times 1 plus 9 plus, again, that's just 7 because that's still 7, just times 1. So really, that's going to give us, we'll rewrite our problem. We'll write, I'll do the multiplying by the 99 first, because what we would do, we would just distribute these. So it's really saying, like, we have 1 times 99 plus 5 times 9 plus, now we bring the 1 back in, 1 plus the 5, because 5 times 1 is 5, plus 7. So now, basically, we know that these are divisible by 9. So the first part, these two are divisible by 9, which gives us the remainder of 157. So because these are divisible by 9, we know that eventually, like in our problem, we'll be able to just cross them out, and what we are left with is the 1, the 5, and the 7, right, which is what we started with. And what we did up here, how all we did was we just added the digits together. So that's how we know that when we have a problem, if any sum of it is 9, we can just cross it out, and we can just add the remaining digits, and we will get the correct answer. So see, if we were to try it again on another problem and we crossed out the 9's, we now know we can relate it back to why this problem works when we set it up in this system right here.